Welcome back to some more Xenonauts and our first supply raid, supply ambush, and it seems to be a proper ambush. I have a deployment phase here, and it looks like anywhere on any green tile I can deploy my guys. It's not costing me any action points. So we see I want 10 cleaners around the trucks. There's 3 trucks here, so 300,000. Free supply rewards up for grabs. There's some dudes that have like extra defense, extra armor, and then there's some regular dudes. Alright. I like the high ground that we have over on this side. Can probably work with that. Also, in the first phase of combat, there was one of the things that was mentioned here. The enemies only have 50% of action points. Now, I'm not sure. I think that means during my first turn, so we're not running into a million reaction shots by them because they have limited action points. I think that's what it means. I don't know. Look. So I'm kind of looking at, can I actually already check here for... Don't have a flashbang. I was going to say, if we can check for flashbang grenades, what kind of radius we would have. So, hypothetically speaking, if you were up here... No, so I can't check how many I can hit with a flashbang here. So I'm wondering if we can flashbang or something these 3. Take out these 2 with direct shots. And maybe lay down some automatic suppression fire on back here, maybe from inside the building or something. Maybe get some shots from back here in. So let's say we have a shotgunner here. Able to flashbang these 3. I'm gonna take our... We have 2 snipers. One can go here and take shots on this guy. Can go here. Maybe supported by our little tank. Oh. So let's say, you know, let's be optimistic and say this is this group taken care of. Then we can maybe grenade these 2 guys in the back. How the trees here on the high ground work in terms of line of sight. But the green icons tell me these are cover objects, right? Well, there. Yes, green is full cover and yellow is like half cover. I guess the sniper shot is not enough for this guy, so we've got 2 for this. 2 for this. Flashbang for these 3, which, you know, may or may not be enough. I think there should be 1 more, 2 more guys in the back. 1 more. What do you have? Smoke? Some other grenades. We have, at the moment, nothing that we're doing with these 3 guys. I think I'm maybe fine with. Let's just have another guy over here supporting this side. Not if I'm spreading myself too thin. But hey, we're learning, right? We're learning the game. Nobody's left in the ship. Commence mission. Let's see how this shakes out. I guess we already see that we can't hit that guy. Oh, we can't hit anything. Trees. Well, that seems to be a hit. Okay, let's flashbang these 2. Oh, this thing is, of course, a completely reliable cover object. The 50% action points that they only have. Yeah, how are you looking? You just took HP damage, no wounds, but you're gonna be out for a while. What else do we have? Demolition charge. Yeah, there's still 1 guy that we're not doing anything with yet. Also, we don't have line of sight on anyone up here, which is not ideal. Switch to this guy. Look in this direction. Okay, so the tree in front of me is completely blocking my line of sight here. Also blocking my line of throw. What if I take a step back? That would leave us with no action points, but we kinda... These trees are kinda blocking me from these 3 guys. So as long as this guy is dead... Yeah, alright. So you would have to do something about this. Question is how. Can't even do that because I used an action point to hunker down. I wonder if I just, even if it says 0% here, if I just shoot, maybe it will take something off the top here. Hmm. Good. Fine. Can't. It's literally not letting me. Alright. So if we go down here, we're one action point short. Need 50, we have 49. So what if we go back there and do one of these salvos? I think we got him suppressed. I'm just not sure if that's enough to keep my guy alive around the corner there. No. Yeah, you... Well, no, you can't see him. You're out of actions, you're out of actions, you're out of actions, you're effectively out of actions. Do have a line of sight here. Missed a whole bunch of shots. And with the shields. Hit that guy from here. Well, you know, if I can't hit him, he can't hit me. Would we... Oh, stick shots. Go back. Alright. What then? Okay. Well, the good news is you have your own medkit. You can stop your own bleeding. So, I think we do just that. Top. Then a shot from here. Okay. That would once again leave me with no action points left, so let's just take a free shot salvo here. Got him. Okay, so what do we have left up top? 16. To get there. Okay, let's just stay here. It's fine. Meanwhile, what kind of targets do we have here? 68s on these guys, 100% on this, but we should have some shots here. Let me just see. You have 100%, 0, and no line of sight in the back. Let's take this shot. Good work with the snipers here. Okay, you know what? 81, that seems decent enough. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there is, well, these two guys left, and then there, I think there was one more behind this truck, right? There were 5 here and 5 back here. We have to assume that whoever is back here actually has a decent amount of AP and probably reaction fire available. I don't want to risk blowing up the trucks, though. So, demolition charge, probably not it. Maybe this is just a case of sitting tight and waiting and taking some more sniper shots at these guys next turn. I don't think he's coming around the corner, and I'm hoping that our tank thing can maybe take a hit or two. Alright, let's just enter in here. Not sure if they just didn't do anything or if we just don't see what they're doing. We spotted, yeah. That's an enemy. No, it's not anymore. Uchu coming through. I mean, 68 isn't a terrible shot, except that the trajectory is going way too close next to this guy. That's a good hit. That wasn't. I gotta say though, like being able to deploy all the way around the enemy kind of made this mission a whole lot easier, I think. Unless I... Maybe there's something else coming up. Or maybe it's just superior tactics. Okay, I'm not gonna have line of sight. Feels a little bit risky. Up to the truck. You over there. There's no way you have any shots. Alright. Cool. Oh, yeah, clearly confused. You know what? Okay. I'm here to shoot at the other guy. So here's the question. Could we try... Okay. I think the capture thing I only have on my assaults, right? Yeah, it's a little bit far away. Now let's just shoot this dude. Hey, we didn't blow up any supply crates, so Jane Bradford should be happy about this. Surprised we didn't get any boost here on our sniper. Like, he took down a couple targets. You have 2 accuracy gained, but out for a couple days. Alright. 6 cleaner supplies, 10 corpses, 10 submachine guns. I have no idea, like, how much of this was this a good result, or is this a wow, you should have not taken any wounds there kind of situation, because we kind of had a big advantage with the initial setup. Maybe if I had my first sniper further in the back to take the shots, but that's the thing, right? I don't know how far away enemies do their reaction shots. How far away I need to be on the safe side. Alright. Next question is, I look at my soldier lists. Are you already fully repaired? Mass 1. Certainly looks like it. We're gonna need a rifleman replacement here. Assuming that we actually give you some time to heal. I think the game is automatically assigning people, which I'm not sure how I feel about this. Or is it? No, it's 7 out of 8 because the sniper needs to be replaced. Then again, I guess I have to check. You know, I think going on a supply rate with 2 snipers is the right choice, but on some of the other missions, I don't think the sniper's doing that good of a job, so just gonna leave this spot open and we'll decide depending on what mission spawns. Alright, we got a UFO. And I guess we're launching everything here. Please don't fly out over the sea again. Okay, it is another one of these probes. Are we over land now? So again, we can reposition here. We should really just auto-resolve these kind of fights. Alright, Angel 2. Afterburner. No, totally Afterburner. 1. Dodge it. I need to disengage the Afterburner because otherwise we can't fire. Alright. A little bit of damage. Drop wreckage. No aliens survived the crash. 6 alloys. Okay. Hey, that's enough to build a pistol. Maybe even 2. So that was one of the aircraft weapons, right? We... I'm not sure why air weapons is grayed out. Maybe we just don't have enough money to start it, but I would still, you know, like to click on it to see how much money we're missing. Alright, I think we're gonna start getting some of these advanced weapons here. Oh, that's all my alloys. Can I cancel? Yeah, get the alloys back. Get a sniper rifle. I do like my snipers. Okay, so at least the supplies we got from the trucks, we still need to sell them manually, but we don't get diminishing returns here on the sale. Alright, if I say sell junk, it automatically says cleaner corpses are junk. Alien magnetic weapons? I know we can equip these submachine guns, I just don't think there's any use to them. You know, if the game tells me if I click on sell junk that these are junk items, I'm just gonna sell. Are you sure? No, absolutely not. You told me you can sell those. Alright. We'll just blame Bradford. It was wrong to sell these items. Well, now that we have a little bit more money, okay, so, I should probably go in here. Angel 1, you get the... Oh, you have the accelerated cannon now. Oh, was that basically a upgrade that everybody automatically got? It probably said that in the text when I queued it up. Right, funding reports. I don't like, you know, when at the end of the month there's a red number at the bottom of the screen. That sounds like I'm spending more than I'm gaining. Well, we are getting a bunch of funds. And I think the expense is just so high because I built so many facilities, which is probably gonna be listed here, right? This is not... Okay, no, that is upkeep. That is all upkeep, okay. So we need to get more income. I also think like we need to get more facilities. How much do we have to pay for another workshop? 500,000. So there's an argument to be made that a medical center might be useful. Boost the healing rate of wounded soldiers. $750. Let me guess, the power? We have 25 capacity, we need 30, okay. Well, one shoot for another power relay thing. Generator. Let's get a generator there. And attempted to then just get a workshop. Now let's wait for the generator to finish and build a medical center. I think a little bit faster healing time wouldn't be bad. And also, it said something that it improves the survival chances during battle, which, you know, I think surviving in battle seems like a really cool thing. The other thing is, keeping an eye on the recruitment list if there's anybody who would be a really good candidate. I mean, I'm mostly looking at like accuracy. Like, yeah, you have low strength, but maybe you're just gonna be decent, well, kind of low time units, but good reflexes, good accuracy, decent hit points. Sure, let's recruit that guy. No, that doomsday thing. This generates doomsday per day. So if we eliminate this guy, that went quick. That reduces the amount of doomsday we get per day. At this point, everything is kind of too expensive or requires alloys that we don't have. Well, no, we have enough alloys. We could get the pistol. Sure. And, you know, let's get a sentry gun, maybe two. Just for safety when the base is attacked. Alien abduction site. Alright, we can reduce doomsday again. It's probably again another of these, you know, you have 10 turns to do this abductions with just a handful of aliens. Well, last time we lost 2 people on that, so Yeah, 10 civilians to rescue. I think we have to take these because as long as we can get 6, 7 civilians. Oh god, I said that wasn't intentional. We can reduce Doomsday, and that's kind of at the moment the only thing I see here. Alright. No, I actually wanna set up the ship. So, assault rifleman, sniper mouse, rifleman, shield heavy. So I think grenades for the last slot here. And you should probably get a fancy new weapon. But using the same ammo, ballistic sniper rifle ammo. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm still not sure on some of these guys if I should change something about the loadouts. I guess anyone where the carry weight would get too high. Like here, our grenadier. You're carrying too much. Forget about the magazine. Like, are we gonna fire 8 grenades in a mission? Probably not. I feel like a lot of these loadouts, like if I'm looking at the normal rifleman, they have 1 spare magazine. Like so far I haven't reloaded a weapon in any mission, right? Like 2 spare magazines for the sniper rifle. That's like cool. When are we ever gonna need that? What about the heavy? It's 50 shots and 2 spare magazines. Like, what? Is there any advantage? Well, you know what? Carry weight. So as long as you're below the maximum, you don't have any penalty. So you don't get an advantage for going in light. Okay. So in that case, there's no point optimizing this. Adding additional armor gives me minus 10 accuracy, but 6 armor. Alright. So currently only you have that. Oh, assaults also have that. Steel plating. Doesn't impact your accuracy, just your time units. You know what? Let's keep you alive. Alright, we're gonna launch the dropship and we're gonna head out over to yet another abduction site where hopefully we can get, first of all, nobody of our soldiers killed, and second of all, rescue, I want to say 7, maybe 8 of the civilians. We might try capturing an alien again, but keep in mind I think we only have 1 assault now in the loadout, so only 1 person with a stun weapon. So maybe we should look into those stun rifles also, and start equipping those, because if we can get early captures on those missions where there's only 4 or 5 enemies anyway, it's probably a little bit easier. Also, still need to go through all the comments and all the volunteers who wanted to get their soldier in. So at the moment, I haven't renamed anyone yet, but I'm keeping track of everybody. And maybe for next episode, maybe the one afterwards, we're gonna get people in. For now, I'm gonna put a cut in here, though. Thanks for watching. See you next time.